Joy 101.9, your choice for the family. That was music in from Kiera Kiki, Shared with Flaws. It's 47 minutes past the 10 o'clock hour, and let me tell you something. I got her back in studio. Y'all know she was on fire the last time, and so we are excited about Catherine Benaby II being in studio again. Good morning, and how are you?
I am wonderful, Tonya. Anytime I am in your company, I'm going to be great.
Awesome. Listen, last time we had a really good time talking about purpose, discovery, all that great stuff. But this I gotta say this year, that's how long January was. Like, seriously. I meant to say, but this year. But this month, we are talking about the power of connections. We just had Valentine's Day, for the lovers and stuff. But I want us to jump right into it. Let's talk about the power of connections.
Tonya, you cannot attract what you aren't.
Woo.
So
you could go home now.
So we're diving straight in because we only have limited time.
Yeah.
So you want others to be loyal, trustworthy, reliable, dependable, all these wonderful things. But you have to first ask yourself, am I these things? Am I embodying what I want others to be? Because if you want people to be attracted to those qualities in you, they won't, because you don't embody those qualities. So we must first look at ourselves and see what qualities we would like others to have, embody those, and I can trust you, the right people will be connected to you.
Wow. Whoa. So how many times do we find ourselves even angry at people for not having certain qualities, but we ourselves don't even have it,
Exactly. And it takes introspection, because you have to say, okay, I want to be this way. So that means showing up on time, doing what you said that you would do. You know how many times people, I've been on teams where they say to your face, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And then when you follow up, which you shouldn't have to follow up,
but you follow up.
But you follow up.
Right.
And nothing has been done.
Yeah,
and what does that say for you as a person?
Wow.
And so it's important, as we said before, that you embody the qualities that you want others to have. And then I want us to go on to your inner circle.
Come on, let's
what
talk
does your
about
inner
the inner
circle
circle
look? Now, you can have different inner circles. So your family could be your inner circle. You can have your work family, your friends. All of those are different inner circles.
Okay.
And basically, once you have those qualities, you should then be attracting those individuals in your inner circle. Now, if you realize that you have some people in your inner circle today that aren't helping you to grow, develop, then that means you need to rework that circle. A lot of times we keep people in our circle as what we call dead weight, and it's not taking us forward. And so we have to consistently be doing checks in our circles to make sure that these are people that are helping you to go forward, and these are people that you are also helping to go forward, because it should be reciprocated. It shouldn't just be you giving or them giving. It should be a two-way street on both ends. And so check today. Make sure those inner circles are helping you and you are helping them. If there's an imbalance anywhere, try to see how you can work through it. And if not, that may mean that you may have to cut some ties somewhere.
Wow. And talking about that aspect of it, I think that's one of the most difficult processes. So can we talk a little bit about that? What does that even look like?
Cutting ties? I think you should always give people a chance. Okay. Some people, depending on the situation, you may just have to cut completely.
Yeah.
But if there's promise, or you're trying to see if you can help somebody go through the process, you walk with them to a certain point, and then if it seems like your time is up, then your time is up. Right. It's something that we really have to seek God for, to know, like, hey, am I supposed to help somebody as ministry?
Yeah.
And even with that, there's seasons to everything.
Yeah.
And so really tuning into God to know, is this ministry to help this person, or have I done it all? And, I may have to move on to whomever else, or continue on. It all depends on following his lead for what it is that he wants you to do as it pertains to building or cutting relationships.
Yeah, that's so good, because I'm just really stuck on what you said about us wanting what we don't even give, and I think it's so important for us to get to the place where it's like, what can I give? A lot of times we're just on the receiving end. It's almost like, what can I get? What can I get? But what can I give? And how can I change? How can I be a better person, you know, for the people around me. Sometimes we just so focused on somebody else being a better person for us, and we don't never look at ourselves and say, how can I be a better person for someone else?
And Tonya, truly, if you give enough, you will have more than enough.
Yes.
You can never give more. There's never a max to how much you can give. And I think if we have that heart of service of what you're talking about, give, because guess what? You will never be without. You know, I've experienced that throughout my whole life. You know how many times I've done things for free?
Yeah.
And now, years later, I'm seeing that come back in overflow. And so it's not always about what you can get directly, but what you can give. And leave that to God. Don't get mixed up in God business.
Come on.
He knows exactly what he is doing. So follow his lead and just move by his direction.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's with everything, relationships, projects, partnerships. You know, a lot of people are birthing in this season. And you need to know who it is that you're connecting with, because you alone cannot do it.
And that's so good. I think we're going to go a little over time, but that's fine, because it's a really good topic. Talking about the right connections, even with your vision.
Yes,
girl,
because
I think
you can cause a vision to sink if you don't have the right people on board, or you know, that person you tell that idea to, and they come with that feedback, and then you feel like, oh, this is a crazy idea,
right? And then also, Catherine, knowing, when you talk about knowing who to talk to, because some people, you talk to them, you slunk, and listen, honestly, girl, you will see that fly on Facebook.
Oh boy.
Or you will see that somebody literally takes the vision and kind of put their own little spin on it, and this is true.
But this is what we talk about: trust, loyalty, and all of these type of things. We embody in these qualities, and we're expecting others to embody that. But that is not always necessarily the case.
So
but that still must not mean that we don't give.
Right.
Because guess what? Remember, God has the final say.
Yes.
So if you had a vision out there and you feel like, hey, someone else ran with that, don't worry about it. You keep on course.
You have the blueprint though.
Exactly.
Yes.
So remember that. If you copy, that's fine. Copy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I think because people have had similar instances as what you're talking about, it causes them to shut down and don't want to do nothing and all that.
Right.
But no, use that as fuel to know that, hey, look, like you said, I have the blueprint. Let me keep forward. Because when they, you know, fall off or can't continue with the vision because it was never theirs in the first place.
They don't have the manual, man.
Exactly.
Listen.
You will be there continuing to move forward. Don't let it cause you to shut down and, you know, abort your baby, like we like to say.
That is so good, you know, and this is really, I think more than ever, you're just hearing the word, and we could go back to this, discover. So many things that we're discovering that's in us, you know, that God wants to do through us, but these connections, man.
Yeah, we can't do it without people.
We can't.
People, anything, whether it's a product, service, anything, you name it, you need people.
You need people.
You may have a leader, but he is nothing without his team.
That's
he or she is nothing without their team.
Yeah. Wow, that is so true, because you have a lot of people, like you said, because they went through certain instances, it's almost like, well, I don't need this one, and honestly, we have sort of created a culture with that, you know, you don't need people. You don't need, you know, that's something that we hear a lot, but the truth of the matter is we need people. We need connections.
And you will burn out, Tonya.
You will tell me about it.
You will burn out if you don't have people on board to help you and move forward.
Yeah.
There's no way. I don't care how much you think that you can do it alone.
Yeah.
You really can't.
You can,
because you can't be here, there, and everywhere. You may be, you know, the strong person with the whole mind and how you want it to be, but when you actually talk about maximizing a vision, you need a team. You need people.
Yeah, that's good.
So don't be afraid of people.
Don't be afraid of people.
But it's the right people you need to attract. And that first starts with you.
Wow. Attracting the right people starts with you. What are your parting words as we wrap it up? Don't want to let her go, but you know.
We're on a time clock. We'll be back hopefully next month.
Next month.
But check your circle.
Yeah.
That's my challenge to you today. Check your circle, whether it's at work, family, friends. Who are the people in your circle?
Yeah.
Should they be there or should they not?
Wow.
That's something to think on.
Wow. That is so good. Catherine Bannaby the second. Check out on Facebook, all of our Facebook pages. Let's get all of your contact information.
Catherine Bannaby, KB2 Communication on Facebook. You can contact me 544-3854 with any questions, concerns. If you just want to ask me a question, hit me up on Facebook or feel free to call me.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks so much, Kat. Have a great day, guys. Hezekiah Walker, I need you to survive. That's true. That's real talk right there. Amen. Keep it locked and happy Saturday.
Yes.